well, good afternoon, everybody, and happy Friday. So, I just want to get started right away. Y'all saw what the title was. And the reason why I titled that is because, okay, I got a question posed to me concerning a situation dealing with child support. And generally, I put those type of videos when people ask me questions about child support. Generally, I put that on my Demetria Wilson channel, but I felt like this subject was a subject that needed to reach a lot of people, and I think I can reach more people on my Eyes Married Now channel, which is what you're on now, as opposed to my Demetria Wilson channel. Um, that channel is new and it's not really noticed yet. So I wanted to reach like a lot of people because a lot of people may be dealing with this, and a lot of women might be doing this. So I wanted to reach a good number of people with this subject. Okay, so let me just start off by saying, okay, what I mean by double dipping greedy women. If you are receiving benefits from the Department of Social Services, okay, and they do not know that your boyfriend or your child's father is living with you, okay, first of all, that's fraud, okay, because you all know that when you apply for social service benefits, they ask for all the members that are in your household, okay? So if you willingly withhold the fact that your boyfriend is living with you or the father to the children are living with you, then ultimately you're going to end up double dipping, because what's going to happen is you're going to get social service benefits, okay? And then you're going to end up getting child support eventually. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is this. Okay, I'm gonna break it down because it's different types of women. Okay, that like to fraud the system. Okay, you have the women that will go down social services. For instance, let's just use this as an example. You have a child by the father. You have a child by a guy that's living in your household. Okay. You go down social services and you fill out your paperwork. You omit him, okay, as a party that's living in your household. They want to know, well, where's the dad? Because in Maryland, I can only speak for Maryland. This may be across the board, but I can only speak for Maryland because I used to work for the child support office in Maryland, in Baltimore City. So I can only speak for Maryland. But the law is that when you go to apply for state benefits, social services, TANF, I mean, it just depends on where you're from. SNAP benefits, I don't know what they call it in different places. But the bottom line is when you apply for social service benefits, help from the state, you are required to file a child support case against the child or the children's father. That is the law. They're not going to just give you money for free. The state wants their money back. So, when you go and apply for benefits for you and your children, they want to know where's the daddy. You have to file a child support case. Now, a lot of women get slick. And they say, oh, well, back in the day, they used to say, oh, well, I don't know who my baby father was or is. I was at a club and I hooked up with this guy and I ain't really know his name. I ain't know nothing about him. It was just a one night stand. Okay, so back in the day, that's how the women used to carry it. They didn't have a clue. Now, who is that? Go the other way, please. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. I apologize. So that was back in the day. Now, this is what they do now, because I think the state got hooked to the fact that these women were lying and saying that they had one night stands. It was just too many one night stands going on. And then how you having 2 and 3 babies by a one night stand? You see what I'm saying? That's how the women was getting caught up. So anyway, or how you have a child, go down social services. I don't know who the father was. It was a one night stand. Then you come up pregnant again. I don't know who the father was. It was a one night stand. You know, that just starts to look a little shaky. Okay. Now, so that was then. Now what women are doing is they're saying, yeah, I know who the father is, but I don't know where he is. Okay, so you file your little child support case because in order for you to get your benefits, you have to file this case. Now, just because you say that you don't know where he is does not mean, oh, well, they're just going to give you the benefits and, goodbye to daddy. They're going to try to make an attempt to find who the person that you named as father. They're going to make an attempt to find him. So they may not find him right then and there, but when they do, all that money that they gave you to help you out, they're going to tack that to the case once they find him. Okay, they're pretty much going to, the money is going to add up. Okay, and then once they find the father, boom, they're going to put that on his case. He's going to start off on arrears. Now, here's the double dipping situation. Okay, you tell the people that you don't know where the father is. The whole time, the father is living in your household, okay? He's living in your household. He's working. He's helping with the bills. He's giving you money to go get your nails, hair done, whatever have you, okay? He has no idea that you done went down social services and applied so that you can get a check, okay? So you're getting his money because he's working, bringing it into the household, and then you're getting a check from social services, okay? Whole time, this money is building up against him. Okay, they just haven't tacked it to him because they can't find him. So what ends up happening is a lot of times the guys don't even find out that the woman was getting social services benefits and till after he's not with her anymore. Or he knew she was getting social services benefits, but he didn't know that she lied about him. He didn't know that she had to file a case against him. He's working and taking care of her and the children. But yet he has a child support case that he has no idea exists. So then when he's not with her anymore, then bam. Now all of a sudden, she know where he at. See, when he was living there and working and kicking out his little dollars, she ain't know where he was at. But soon as he gone, she's salty. Oh yeah, she calling child support right up. Boom, boom, boom. This is where he is. Bam. So then he get his letter at his new address. You owe $10,000. So the man is like, how I owe $10,000? I was living with this chick from the time the child was born. I was there. I saw the child come out the womb. How I owe $10,000 and I was living there and I was working and taking care of my child. Well, she was getting social services and that money has to be paid back to the state. So then what? His license starting to get suspended now. He can't go buy a house. He can't go get a car. He can't do anything. Because now all this is showing up on his record. Now that they know where he's at. How unfair is that? So that's called double dipping. You was getting money from him. He was there living with you and the children, taking care of you all. You was getting that money. Then you was getting money from social services. Then once social services catch up with him, now he got to pay child support. Once the child support office catches up with him, once child support finds out where he's at, because like I said, she's salty. So she done called the people and told them exactly where you live at and where you work. Bam. Now you have a wage garnishment. You got bad credit now and you have a wage garnishment. So now they're going to start taking money out your pay. So she's going to be getting that child support check. So she actually triple dipped. She got money from you while you were staying there. She got money from social services. Then when they start taking your money and taking your taxes, because you owe $10,000, she's going to get that too. Ain't nothing fair about that. Okay? So ladies, don't do that. Okay? If the man is living with you, first of all, you're supposed to report anybody that's living with you. And especially if they're working and bringing in an income, you have to report that. Okay, that's called fraud. Okay, that's a crime. Okay, so if you are living with your child's father, or you all are living together, when you go down social services, don't lie and tell them people you don't have a clue where he is, because eventually it's going to catch up. It's going to catch up to you, and it's going to catch up to him. And that's not fair at all. Especially if the man was there and he was working and doing what he was supposed to be doing. It's nothing fair about that. Okay, now, as far as the men is concerned, who may be hit with this situation, okay? If you get into a situation where you find out that you got to pay child support, or you owe this big lump sum of money to social services because your girl was getting it while y'all was living together, then you need to go get all your proof. Because if you was living with somebody, you should have some kind of mail. Even if you don't have mail anymore, you can go backtrack, go to the post office. There's different ways that you can prove where you lived at a certain period of time. Okay? Even if you're not working at that same job that you was working at before. Still, that job still got records. They got records of what address they had on file for you. They have records of how much money you made. You get all your proof that you lived at that address with that young lady. Okay? You get proof of your address, proof of the fact that you was working, how much money you was making, and you need to show up at child support's door, and you need to say, boom, I don't know why I was taken down for child support. I was there. I lived there. I worked. I was bringing in money. I was taking care of my kids. Oh, well, sir, she said, well, here's my proof. Now, not only, guys, do you need to go down to the child support office with your proof, you also have to go to the Department of Social Services, because that's where the majority of your money is going to be owed to. Okay? You're going to need to go down Social Services, and you're going to need to present proof that you were living with that young lady at the time that she signed her application. Okay? She signed her application. She omitted your name as a member of the household. And she didn't include your income. So, you have to go down there and let them people know. Once you can prove that she frauded social services, then they will take that money off. Now, I'm not saying that as though it's just an easy process. Bring your proof and bam. Oh, it's not an easy process, okay? It's a lot of red tape that you have to go through, and you may even have to get a lawyer. I'm just saying. Because it's not going to be easy. You just can't walk in there, and you may have all your proof, but I'm telling you, you're going to need a lawyer, okay? You can go, I don't know if it's called pro bono or something, where you can get, go down to the bar association and get free services, or they might offer some kind of lawyer services on a sliding scale fee based off of how much you make. It's some kind of services that you can get that can help you out as far as a lawyer. But you're definitely going to need a lawyer. You can do it on your own, but 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a lot of red tape, a lot of dragging feet, and it's no need for that to happen. If you can prove that somebody frauded the system, and as a result of it, you're getting your license suspended, you can't get that house you want, you can't get the car you want, that's not fair. When you was living with that child for the whole 5, 6, 7, 10 years, that's not fair at all. So get all your proof together, go down to child support, and you have to go to social services, because that's where that $10,000 more than likely is owed to. And God forbid if she had another baby during that time that you all were living together. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you something. When a person has a baby and they're on social service benefits, getting medical assistance, when they have a baby, oh, honey, you're going to get a bill for $10,000. A medical bill. And they're going to tack that right onto the father's child support case. That's how your amount ends up being so high, especially if they have a baby. So if you living with a guy, y'all got a kid, you done lied to the people, then you turn around and you have another baby using medical assistance and still claiming you don't know where dad is. By the time he get a whiff of this, it's going to probably be $20,000, depending on how many kids you had since y'all been together. So like I said, it's not a good situation. It's not right, ladies. Um, Double dipping is just fraudulent. Okay, so like I said, fellas, if you find yourself in a situation like this, it's not going to be easy. I'm just telling you what I know. You're going to have to get all your proof together, and you're going to have to go in front of the child support workers, and you're going to have to go in front of the social service workers and prove your case. And I would advise you to get a lawyer to make sure that things get handled, that things get audited, that investigations take place, and that once they realize and find out that there has been a fraud, that your case or that those arrears that are owed to the state be wiped out. And even some of them arrears that they may say is owed to her during that time when you was living with her and working and taking care of the children. So yeah, get a lawyer. Now, for the young lady who had posed the question, which caused me to have this conversation with you all, or to speak on this subject, being as though it's two different states involved, as far as fraud and they was here getting social service benefits and child support, then they went and filed in another state and was getting it there. You are definitely going to need a lawyer, okay? Like I said, look into those services where they offer lawyers either for free, based off your income, or on a sliding scale fee, because you're going to need a lawyer, especially when you're dealing with two different states where the mother did some kind of fraud, and as a result of it, the dad owes like tons of money. It's going to be very hard on your own trying to get this stuff taken care of properly. Okay, so for that young lady, it's a very difficult situation that you all got going on, and you're definitely going to need a lawyer. Make sure you got all your proof, all your paperwork, which I'm sure you do, but you're going to need a lawyer. Okay, so hopefully this helps somebody out. You know what I'm saying? But women, please don't do that. Okay, you'll be better off if your man is working and maybe he's not making quite enough money and y'all struggling a little bit. You can go down social services and be honest. Okay, and then they'll look at how much money he make and determine whether or not you know you can get some additional help, whether it be through food stamps, medical, or money. Okay, and they won't make you take him down for child support because you're going down there as a family saying we need help. Or even if he's out of a job at that particular time, maybe he's down on his luck and he can't find a job, but you all need help. Go down as a family and apply for social services, and that way he don't get tied up into this. That way the whole family can get help, and that way that big lump sum of money, boom, right on the guy. That's not fair. So if you need help and he's with you and he's working or he's not working, go down as a family. I know a lot of women may think that you can't go to social services if your man is living with you because, ladies, I don't know if any of you ever remember that movie called Claudia. I love that movie from back in the day. And social services back in the day, honey, you better not have no man. And they came to your house back in the day and checked to make sure that there was no traces of what they call a male in your house. Okay? If they came in your house and you had an iron, well, where you get money to get an iron from? You see what I'm saying? See, they were strict with social services back then. See, you couldn't get away with that nonsense back then, double dipping, talking about you don't know where the man is. Because back then, they came to your house, okay? And they looked in your closets and they made sure that you were poor, like you said you were. They made sure you didn't have any extras, which would make them think that you have a man that's helping you. You couldn't have no man. They didn't promote families back then. If you got on social services, you couldn't have no man. But nowadays, they've realized that even if you have a man or a husband or whatever, people do still struggle. And they will help families. Even if you're married to the guy, they will help you. If you qualify, if nobody has an income. They're not against men being in the homes anymore like they used to be back in the day. And a lot of women don't know that. So women, if you're with your man or whatever, he's not working, he's down on his luck, you all have kids and family, both of you all go down as a family and apply for the benefits. You can get medical, he can get medical, and the children can get medical and food stamps and whatever you need until he gets on his feet or you get on your feet or whatever have you. But definitely don't fraud the system because it's going to come back to bite you in the end, especially if a guy pursues it. If he pursues it, you can get in some trouble for fraud. If he proves that he lived with you and was bringing in income at the time when you signed your application, you can get in trouble. So don't do that. And then it's not fair to say that you don't know where he is when he's living right there with you. So hopefully, like I said, that helped you. The young lady who posed the question, like I said, ma'am, I'm telling you, when you think you got it bad, all you have to do is listen to somebody else's story, and you be like, wow. I'm telling you. And to the lady, because I don't never tell anybody's name of who posed the questions, but to the young lady that posed that question to me concerning child support here recently. Mama, I just want to tell you, when I read your story, whew, wow, miss. Like I said, it hurts my heart because it's like, wow, you just never know what people are going through. You just never know. And when I read your story, I was just like, wow, like I felt so bad for you and your husband. Like, it's just amazing of some of the things that people have to go through just in general in life. And then when it comes down to situations like this with child support. And it's not right. It's a terrible thing, but definitely pursue it. Don't, don't let it, don't give up on it. But it's a lot of red tape involved, and you're going to have to get a lawyer to really get things moving and to get things done. You're going to need to get a lawyer. So, that's it, y'all. So, happy Friday, y'all. And I'm going to come back and do another video, but I just wanted to come on and focus directly on double dipping with women and child support and the dads and all that kind of stuff. So, y'all have a happy Friday, and I will be back with another video right after this one, as a matter of fact. Okay? All right. Goodbye, y'all.